Hello and welcome to Jo-ttack on Titan. I'm Jim.
I'm Sam.
And this week, a little hiatus from the anime.
You know what that means? We hyped it up.
So, we watched some of the Attack on Titan junior high spin-off anime.
It's very interesting.
So, it's a parody spin-off. If you're not aware, from the years 2012 to 2016, there was a parody manga called Attack on Titan Junior High, not written by our creator, Hajime Ishiyama. Rather, it was written by Saki Nagakawa, who I don't... Or wait, did I say that right? Saki Nakagawa, rather. No idea what this creator had done before her or after.
But the anime is done by Production IG, so not a Mappa nor Wit Insight.
So yes, but also, so this obviously does a lot of references. It's very based off of the anime, rather than being like referencing the manga in particular. It seems to more reference like the anime and the memes from the anime.
And we watched the first 4 episodes, by the way. We were gonna do 3, but we just had to watch 1 more, and I'm glad we did.
Honestly, I didn't hate it nearly as much as I thought I would.
Same.
Kind of enjoyed it.
It was more of an enjoy watch than a hate watch, like the live action movie was.
So Sam, I do have a little bit of news for you. So,
is it more live action movies?
No, it is not more, but there was a sequel, manga to this called Attack on Titan High School.
Oh no.
Known by the subtitle Youth, the Marley Academy Next Door.
Oh no, I joked about that with you before this episode.
So that was like a 6-chapter mini series, which I honestly am so curious about reading now.
Oh god.
But yeah, so as you said, this was done by Production IG. It totally had every original voice actor. I was really listening. Everyone was here. Like, very funny to me that like in the spin-off parody show, you get everyone back.
Everybody's here. You got Thomas. You got Mina. You got...
Yeah, if a character had an on-screen appearance, they show up in this show.
Remember that loving couple that got killed? They're there, and all they do is love each other in the background.
It's just a sight gag.
And everybody is also a stereotype of themselves or a weird offshoot of themselves.
It's like your classic, like...
Let's go.
One-dimensional, everyone is just
Aaron's
like
a loser. Mikasa's a psychopath still. Which...
It's more so Mikasa just loves Eren. Like, that's just the gimmick, as always.
Jean's a perv.
Jean's a pervert that also wants to be like a popular ladies' man.
Connie's an idiot.
Yes, Sasha's a food.
Yeah, she's food.
She's less of an idiot, she's more of a glutton.
Reiner's ripped.
Reiner's ripped, and he's also really happy, which is not the Reiner that I know.
Well, because no one died, because Thomas almost gets eaten the first episode, and he lives, so no one dies, so Reiner has no trauma.
It's true.
Bertolt's very tall, but he gets cut off anytime he tries to speak, which is really funny.
Annie's just a tsundere, like, just straight up Annie's just a tsundere in this one.
And then Levi's exactly the same as you would expect.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's basically they have a joke in the beginning where Eren wakes up, and he's like, I had a dream that we were like in a crazy world, and Mikasa's like, well, we're not. We're just like regular Japanese high school students.
It's time for junior high. Your parents are alive and well. I think I live with you, so we may have. My parents may be dead, but also there's a chance that you could have helped me kill those people that killed my parents.
So yeah, that's the thing that they don't get into. They don't. We didn't see if Mikasa's parents are alive, because it's hilarious if they're not. But it's also hilarious if they are. So I think it's more funny if they are not alive.
She obtained the trauma scarf somehow.
Yeah, she had to have obtained the trauma scarf. Which that's another gag too. She always has a scarf on. But yeah, it's just a fucking comedy gag show. It's
so funny to see like Grisha and his wife, and like Aaron's mom is there being fine and alive and happy. So it's like we haven't seen anything of Beast yet, but like assuming that Zeke's a thing, imagine the implications that like Aaron, that like his son could just be there. His other son.
So yeah, the original manga ran from 2012 to 2016. I'm trying to find when the anime. Well, I think the anime was from 2017.
October 2015 to like the end of like either 2015 or early 2016.
Of this. Okay,
yeah,
so this would have been I think either concurrent or after season 2.
Well, it definitely, from what we saw, we definitely goes up to season 2. Season 3 stuff, we're not sure yet. It depends if we see certain people or see certain memes.
Yeah, it's hard because like the manga obviously had been out, so a lot of the stuff like covering season 2 and 3 would have been out. But I'm assuming that they probably would have stuck to like the anime references. We do get a really shocking reference though.
I think episode 4.
The things that we really liked were things that were just totally like not the real jokes. Like the humor it's a fucking like gag anime. Like it's not very funny.
Because the first episode is basically just like the Titan appears kind of shit, but
they do the classic cold open.
They all run to school. Eren just bumps into the various he dumps into Krista with Tsundere Ymir, of course. That loves her so much with her huge head. That's a reference to her, of course.
And yeah, they do the joke where like Krista has like
toast in her mouth.
The toast in her mouth, and then they escalate it with like Sasha's running with like a huge watermelon.
And then he bumps into Jean and says, "Yeah, fuck this guy." And then they go to the Titan side of the school, which is like, so the Titans in this show are just like,
this was like a really compelling, actually, first episode.
If you like the shrinking fetish, hey, this show is for you.
Well, just that first episode at least. So yeah, they like turn the wrong corner, and instead of going to like the human school, they go to the Titan school. So like everything is like really big.
Eren gets penetrated.
Yeah, Eren gets penetrated by a protractor.
Yes.
It falls right in his head, splits his head in half. But so yeah, they just have like a funny scene where they walk around in the Titan school. So it implies like, so Titans exist. I'm trying to analyze the world. So like obviously this takes place in Japan.
The school is the walls.
The school is within the walls, correct?
We see in the
they walk through they have to walk to the walls to go to school.
There is a map of Japan.
We do see that in the end credits.
Yes, there is a map of Japan. So they live in Japan.
But so Titans exist, but Titans don't eat people. Titans seem to be almost like a different race.
They steal your food.
Yes,
they steal your lunches.
The joke is that they like steal their lunch.
They steal Eren's cheeseburger steak.
His cheeseburger steak, yes.
Sure.
As they keep referring to it in the subtitles.
And the Titan Force. So Bertolt, I guess, is there because he wasn't in the scene. So I guess assuming it's Bertolt. He just had after introductions, by the way, which is just the famous Keith intro or
a lot of reusing jokes from the show. Like they just redo the whole like
instead of
potato joke with Sasha.
Yeah, it's like onigiri instead, and
yeah, they literally do like beat for beat. Like later on, they do like the Sasha farting joke.
Yeah, we do see all the teachers are all like the high, like we see Pixis and like.
Yeah, and that's
Zach.
the thing, like, all that we cared about were, like, the references. Like, when we saw characters, we were just like, oh my god, look, it's that character! Like, we didn't care about the, like, I mean, I thought the humor was pretty, like, miss, mostly.
Yeah, mostly miss.
It hit a few times, but it was mostly miss. But the fact, like, we saw Rico in the opening credits, and you're like, oh my god, Rico!
I need to see Rico, my girl! She's the one that lived!
Yeah, because Rico's, like, not a character. She's in it for, like,
she's my favorite non-character.
2 seconds in season 2.
She is my favorite non-character.
Yeah. It's a valid choice. It's valid. She's the ultimate arc character. Like,
yes.
She survives.
Because yeah, we even see the season 2 castle arc characters appear.
It's true. We did see them.
Levi's squad. They even like brought in like the fourth of it has a Hitch or not Hitch. Rico, which Hitch is there, but Rico talks about like the people that died in like her arc character, like were all the friends and like these are like she referenced them all like being destroyed by the. I'm like, whoa!
An incredible amount of care and went to the references of the other characters.
Yeah,
it's very funny.
So yeah, and Armin's not in the first episode at all.
Yeah, I thought that was so fucking weird because like they have a scene where they like slowly introduce the characters. They have the gag where they're like running to school, but then they're in the like classroom, and then you see everybody, and I'm like, where the fuck's Armin?
Yeah, we're like, oh my god, Thomas and Mina.
Yeah, Mina. I was like, oh my god, Mina.
It's so funny to see him.
Annie's there. Annie's looking out the window like a transfer student.
Daz is there.
Daz, who in the last episode that we watched, spoiler. Oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna spoil all of current Attack on Titan, the anime, not the manga. Daz died, so this is before he died.
It's a simpler time than he was in junior high.
Yes,
but yeah,
I'm still a fucking coward.
And yeah, the first episode is basically a lot of nothing with like a couple like cute Mikasa shots. Mikasa's like way better in this one because she actually had like a power system.
Mikasa is so cute. So okay, everyone knows me. Haha, Jim hates Mikasa. Classic Mikasa hater over here. I love Mikasa in this. She's adorable. Her big eyes are so cute.
Also, she just gets her stats go down when Eren's not near her for a long period of time.
That was actually a funny joke. So that was a good gag.
With that, I didn't think about it when we watched it. So we have to assume she doesn't live with his parent.
Yes, if her parents are still alive.
Yeah, so she must power it down completely at her own home. unless they're neighbors.
She like visits him every hour on the hour to like get a little juice.
Power up. So, but yeah, that's basically the first episode. The second episode is more so the Levi.
Did they do in the first episode? Did they do the Colossal Titan stealing Aaron's lunch?
Yes,
joke?
that was like basically the main joke about like.
And then we learn that that's like
the trauma moment of Aaron is Hana's dragging Aaron out while his lunch is being eaten by the Colossal Titan.
Instead of his mom being eaten by Dinah, the Dinah Titan, it is his cheeseburger steak being eaten by.
Although Hana's is just like the janitor. Also, and actively more drunk than he was in the show.
Yeah, he like actively passes out. Funny character. Haha, very funny. One note.
But yeah, so the second episode is more so of the getting Armin, the Armin retrieval arc, and then the Levi introduction / the scout regiment.
So they do something really weird with Armin in this show. It's a gag that I didn't understand.
We don't know if this is really a reference to like the season 3, or this is just a weird gag they just wanted to give Armin. It's some kind of Japan joke maybe.
So his whole thing is that he doesn't go to school because it's too cold in the winter,
and he gets sick all the time.
He gets sick instantly. So he basically stays home and he's always under what he calls a futon.
Is it a giant sheet or
it's more of like
a blanket?
What would you call that?
Tonkatsu?
No. There's like a duvet. It's more of like a duvet, I guess, or just like a thick blanket rather than a futon.
It's a quilt.
A quilt, yeah. But so he basically stays home and he has like a million heaters all around him and he's very comfortable and warm. So I guess the joke is supposed to be, oh yeah, he gets crispy. He gets burned to a crisp in season 3.
Yeah, we're not sure.
But it's weird because he likes it. Like the joke is that he likes being really hot and warm.
I'm gonna click on the episode so you can see if anything that's a reference to that. But I don't.
Also, the one joke that I really did like in this was so Mikasa and Aaron go to Armin's house and it's super hot because the heaters are turned on. And Mikasa's sweating and like fainting, and Aaron's like, "Mikasa, please take the scarf off." She's like, "No, I'm fine. Like, I'm not gonna take the scarf off."
My trauma scarf.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Mikasa is really cute. I loved Mikasa in this. Mikasa, it's so funny when she's not in a world where she can murder people. She is like a totally different character. She's basically like not like Rei from Evangelion, but like there's like a subgenre of that kind of character. Called like a kudere or something. I don't know. There's a bunch of fucking made up dere things. Yandere and the other one are the only real ones.
But also outside of Armin's home, Levi swoops in and beats a Titan that's like gonna like attack them.
Oh yeah, yeah. They have a lot. So yeah, the Titans just seem to like appear randomly and will take their lunch.
Funny. Armin's grandfather's there.
His grandfather is. It's just another like character that I was like, why was this included?
But yeah, basically that they recruit Armin. Levi steals his futon.
Yeah, which we learn has a rip in it, and then so obviously the reason why Levi stole it is so that he could repair the rip.
Because Armin's dying essentially throughout this entire episode. They want to go join the secret scout regiment because he takes out the Titan so easily.
Yeah, and
they go there and we see Levi's squad.
It's true. We see Petra. We see Oru. Oru bites his tongue at least 3 times. In this scene as a joke.
Yes.
And then the characters reference this joke.
Yeah, they see Petra not being horribly mangled.
Not having her spine bent the wrong way.
Yeah, and then they want to join the Secret Scout Club. We also see Hanji comes in, Miche, and Levi. Because to summon Levi, they have to litter.
Which is kind of funny. I've just not even litter. No, it was put. He put plastics in like the not recyclable. That's what summons Levi, which I was like, that's kind of funny.
But I was like looking at it because the episode had like trivia, like the references, but nothing about the Armin
being crispy.
Yeah, but there's a trivia about Armin grandfather singing this song while banging the futon, which was the original opening theme of Attack on Titan anime.
Oh, I didn't even catch that.
And Miche sniffing the first year student smirks after sniffing each of them except for Bertol.
Yeah,
because no one likes Bertol.
I didn't even notice that he was sniffing.
I noticed him sniffing. I didn't notice he made faces.
I thought it was a Gene sniffing himself.
No, that was Miche. I do like Miche's design. His hair covered up his eyes like 90% of the time.
Yeah, his design was funny. I don't think he said a single word. He just said like grunts.
He didn't say too much in the anime. He's always more like the keep to himself guy.
It's really funny, like just talking about like so Levi's whole thing is the cleanliness thing, and this is my same problem that the OVA had, where all they had the Levi OVA, like all they had was season 1 characterization of Levi, which was badass fighter and needs things to be clean.
And like season 2, he doesn't do much at all.
No, he's
not
pretty...
until season 3 that he gets his like character stuff.
Yeah, and he actually becomes like a real like a real human.
Yeah.
Like, other than that, he's just like the badass like crazy killer guy that
like likes cleanliness.
So this is like a lot of the Levi jokes that I'm like whatever of him just being like really really clean. I like the jokes where he beats up Aaron more. I like those jokes. They're funny.
Beats him up at the trial.
Yeah, when Levi kicks the shit out of Aaron so hard he shits himself.
But yeah, they join the club. Levi gives Armin back his futon, and they join the wall cleaning. So
they don't realize. So they keep hearing rumblings about this secret Titan killing club, and Aaron's motivations are basically the same, even though it's like a different world. He still wants to kill the Titans. So he wants to join this club, and then they learn, well, it has to be a secret club because otherwise it would be unauthorized. So the actual club they join is the wall cleaning club. Yeah. Which is led by Rico.
We haven't got there yet because that's the 4th episode. The 3rd episode, we gotta get to the Annie episode.
There's actually a decent amount of like connecting tissue between these episodes because like we have in the 1st episode we have the whole joke about the hamburger steak, which becomes the plot of the 3rd episode. Which we'll get. So the 3rd episode is Annie is about to eat her nice little sandwich. She's about to eat her lunch.
That her dad probably made.
Yeah. No reference to her dad.
This is before we find out where she's from.
Yeah. But so she's about to eat her cheeseburger steak. And then
Thomas.
Right before she says that, Thomas is talking shit. He's like, that Aaron Yeager guy likes cheeseburger steak. What a wimp. Only babies like cheese on their steak. So Annie's too afraid to admit it. And she lies, but because
Krista, being adorable as she is, comes over there and just said, like, "What's your favorite food, Annie?"
Yeah, and then Annie lies because she doesn't want to be compared to Aaron.
Mozuku seaweed is what she says she likes,
which I'm assuming is probably like
it's a regional
dialect.
Regional
I'm
food.
assuming it's probably like a fermented seaweed. It looked like it was kind of stewed or fermented in some way.
Yeah, but it basically leads into a dodgeball tournament where there's gonna be like Levi squad versus Sus squad and the people that should be dead.
Yeah, because the whole thing is Annie doesn't want to admit that she doesn't want to admit that she likes the thing that Aaron likes, so she is like has a rage boner against him, and she's like, Aaron, I'm gonna beat you up in dodgeball tomorrow.
So yeah, and also basically the dodgeball tournament starts and Aaron doesn't show up for the first match. We'll find out later what happened to him. But Gene is like stuck with Mikasa, Armin, Sasha, Connie, and Marco, essentially. The couple and Marco. The couple doesn't do anything. The couple entire gags them in the background, love embracing with hearts coming out.
It's literally just a sight gag the whole time.
In this though, Mikasa is like I said, her stats go down when Aaron's not there, so she's like useless, which is hilarious.
I think Armin says it. He says like when Aaron isn't around her for a while, she goes down to 30% power. And it's funny because like Gene is like, oh, Mikasa's gonna be our ace in the hole, and Mikasa just gets lightly hit with a ball and like falls flat on her face.
Sasha like is eating food, but she goes into like a drunken Rock Lee from Naruto kind of thing, where she just gets like in the zone, can just dodge everything perfectly, but she can't use her hands, so it's just like
it's useless basically. The whole joke is like no one can disturb her from her food.
It's the ultimate stalemate until she finishes her food.
Yeah, and then she I guess loses.
My favorite one, Connie doesn't understand the rules of dodgeball, which is really funny. And then Marco has to they both get out, and Marco has to explain the entire thing. I just do love that.
It's actually really cute that Marco like sits down and draws a diagram to explain to Connie.
And there's payoff for that.
There actually is payoff to that joke, which I appreciated.
And that's basically like the gist of everybody, where like Gene basically has to carry the team.
But it's funny because like they do horribly in the first scene, and then it ends with them saying, "Well, good thing we won first round." It's like, how? Everyone got out. Like
Gene really carried. That fantasy of him being the best at dodgeball to impress everybody was true, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah. So basically, and then what's it called? Annie's team just destroys them all, their opponents, and then they basically have to sync up against each other. And that's when Aaron wakes up because he was late the entire time.
He was sleeping.
It's so funny.
There's also this whole subplot where like Keith is like their teacher.
Yeah.
He's gonna fail everyone. No, he's not gonna fail. He said he's gonna turn everyone to Titan food if Aaron isn't in class today.
Yeah.
So they're trying to lie and pretend like Aaron's in class.
Also, Annie just like gets gifts from everybody for like the food because they hear her favorite meal and everybody tries to give her food and like
presumably it's supposed to be. I guess it's supposed to be a food that doesn't taste good, but everyone gets it packed in their lunch, so they want to give it to Annie so that she eats it.
because not even Ymir wants to give it to Krista.
Well, this is initially Krista is like, "Hey, eat mine," and I guess it's supposed to be one of those things like, "Oh, it's like a mature food." Like
that's what she said because Krista said like, oh, that's so mature,
like an acquired taste kind of thing.
You're so mature and you're not like a child at all mentally.
Krista's really cute too.
She's very adorable in this.
Krista's adorable.
But yeah, so basically Aaron arrives and Mikasa's like powered up that essentially just destroys everybody.
Yeah, her and Annie have a bit of a face off. So the joke is that Aaron keeps getting the ball thrown right at him by Annie, but then in retaliation, Mikasa grabs the ball and like destroys someone.
After like ricochets off Aaron's fucking head.
Yeah, so Aaron is in the whole time, but he keeps getting like his face like bloody.
She assumes the stance as well.
Yeah, Annie does her little thing. She goes into her like punch pose,
her Muay Thai pose,
her kick pose, I guess, and then yeah. They have a funny little conclusion, I guess.
And then they're like, okay, what was the real reason? Like, oh, because you didn't like you like the food I like, which made and everybody hated you because of that. And just be like, oh no, that's stupid. We're supposed to be friends. And then Connie knocks out Annie because like, oh, I understand the rules now, and it's great.
Yeah, that part was funny. But then it ends.
Oh my god.
The episode ends with Aaron, Armin, and Mikasa eating lunch, and then
it's so weird.
Annie comes up, and then Aaron drops his like last little steak. He's like, "Oh, I don't have a steak," and then Annie's like, "Here, Aaron, you can have one of mine."
No, he drops it on the ground, and he's gonna pick it up because like I forbid you from using the 3-second rule, and I'm like, first off, fuck you.
That was really funny, actually. I thought that line was kind of funny.
And that yeah,
it's like Mikasa wants him to be mad.
She set him up for Annie to do what she did.
She did, yeah. So because she won't let him eat it off the ground, Annie gives him one, and then Mikasa gets hella jealous
and tries to feed him the like a fish cake.
It's just a fish. It looked like it's just a fish. Yeah.
It's basically like this is like a parody of like when she's force feeding him the fucking potato into his mouth.
And then Armin has a line where he's like, "Oh, looks like a love triangle."
I was like,
which is like, oh, Armin's getting cucked here because
this is before they didn't know.
Yeah, it's before he ate Bertold, so he doesn't have the Annie crush yet.
he didn't consume his feelings yet.
But even in season 1, there was like a thing set up. Like Armin and Annie was
Annie
kind
had a weird respect for Armin more than anybody else.
So very very cruel to Armin's character to have this happen in front of him and have him accept it.
It's rough, man. It's rough, buddy. But yeah, next episode is the Rico episode, which I was excited for. I'm like, hell yeah. I love my girl Rico. And they kind of swap Rico out for this. It's like a retelling of like when Aaron's doing the gear.
Yeah, with Keith.
Test. Yeah.
Instead of having Keith be there, it's like Rico.
Because I guess he didn't know what actually happened at that point, though. Because this is just a retelling of that with Rico to make it like comical.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's a pretty late manga reveal, or a pretty late like show reveal too, I guess.
Yeah,
with like the Keith being the one that sabotaged Aaron's.
Also, like Rico's like the only survivor left of like the wall cleanup crew.
Yeah, I think she says like there were 100 people that signed up for it. Now she's the last one.
I just love her in like the Squid Game sweatsuit.
The Squid Games.
My favorite Squid Game based Attack on Titan character.
Also, we learn that the reason why there's a wall cleaning thing is because delinquent titans will run up to the wall with spray paint and buckets of paint, and will spray paint and make graffiti.
Did you know what Rico's full name is?
Not until this episode.
I know.
It's like a weird Russian ass.
Brenska.
Yeah, it's like a weird Russian ass name. Renska?
Brenska.
Yeah, I don't remember that ever coming up in the show.
Yeah. I mean, she was only an art character, so
basically.
The only Jaegers I'm assuming that's going to live, it's all my headcanon is. The only living Jaegers. But yeah, so she basically gets like whip them in the shape to clean. So essentially what they do is just clean off like graffiti that was like on like the windows, and essentially they see Rico like Jean tries to run away and she just uses her gear to like beat him up, and they're like, oh wow, that shit's awesome, teach us, and just be like, clean the windows first, then maybe, and then they just do an amazing like holy like angelic style.
It's like heavenly glow. It's just like windows.
And yeah, and that's how they start to do the practice where everybody seems to nail except for Aaron. Aaron's having a tough time. Rico's like And like I do like to say, oh, maybe it's broke because like an obvious thing of why someone can't do it because everybody else can easily do it,
Mm-hmm.
and they just go like oh I would stand on my nose and eat a plate of spaghetti, and then she sees like the broken spring.
It's like so clearly broken. Like it's pretty funny actually.
And Riku's just like trying to like slowly. I love this guy. And Riku just trying to stop him until Hannes comes over there and be like, I'm gonna show you how to get it done, Aaron, and then smacks into the gene and. Okay. I'll talk about this later about the gag of butts. Also, we didn't talk about.
Yeah, there's a lot of butt gags.
You know, Connie butt gags.
Just Connie butt gags.
But
the one thing I liked about this one little mini joke about the ODM gear was, Rika said that the other kids that preceded her, I'm saying kids because they're like in junior high, I guess. The other people in this Titan Club that preceded her, they had to save up their juice money for like 110 years to be able to afford the experimenting equipment or whatever to make the ODM gear.
Sure.
Which I thought was just a very strange detail, but it was kind of funny.
And yeah, and then we had the moment of the gear being fixed. She uses it as because Hannes crash and burn is like, oh, you broke it, Hannes. Gotta fix it.
Yeah, it's a funny like out for Rico, but then Aaron does it perfectly fine.
Okay. Also, it flashes. So at one point in the episode, they flash between all the other students and what clubs they're in. So
yeah,
because we see Ymir and Krista in like a music club. We see. So the most important one is Annie with Marlo and Hitch, and we also see outside the fucking window is crazy.
It's a girl with a notebook.
Yeah,
and she's scribbling and she's looking like strange into the window, and we paused it. Well, we saw it and we went back. We're like, you were like, is that a character? And I was like, Herm, and I was like, oh my god, it's fucking Ilsa.
And I was like, is it Frida or
it's Ilsa from Ilsa's journal, the OVA, which was technically a manga chapter.
Yeah,
but it was the first OVA, right?
I think maybe.
I believe it was the very first OVA. So Ilsa was that character who encountered one of the Titans that seemed to have a memory of Ymir. And could speak, even though it was a pure Titan. It could speak.
One of Ymir's people, which is a very vague statement now that I know so much compared to when I watched it back then.
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy in hindsight.
Clearly, like referencing the Eldian.
Yeah,
the Eldians. But so yeah, very funny to include that character as for like a little sight gag joke.
It got probably the biggest reaction out of us.
I know we both were just like, what the like, why include that? But also I love that they did. Like
it's such a random choice.
I wonder if there's any more like big crazy. I could see some like maybe like character reveals.
I mean, these are
big too.
Only 17 minutes. We have yet to see Erwin do anything yet.
And you also mentioned like Zeke. Zeke is a character in season 2, so it's very possible that Beast could show up in some way.
Beast or Zeke himself.
Zeke himself does technically appear at the end of season 2.
Like,
I think, right? Wait, does he?
Yeah.
Yeah, we see him
because he kills Miche. Like that's like one of the big things he does.
Well, that's the first thing he did, but at the very end, we do see like a silhouette of him. We see like a Chad. We see him with the glasses.
The famous him coming out with his abs showing off.
I love Zeke.
Yeah,
I miss him. He needs to come back.
Yeah, he's in Aaron's butt right now. So, but yeah, so overall, like I enjoy the little like fan service stuff. It's very fun.
It's more fan service.
It's more fun when you play around with the idea of it, though.
Yeah,
like. Rearranging it that Aaron learning to use the three-dimensional gear was Rico instead, and just giving Rico like being a class president of like the club.
Yeah, I don't care for the way that they're just like doing the same plots of episodes and like the same jokes.
Yeah,
I'd rather them like the one thing
the dodgeball one was fun.
The dodgeball one probably worked the best because it actually like utilized the characters in a fun way. The thing with like we see Hitch and she has a phone and she's on her phone and it's like I want to see things like that. Like show me these characters but like modernized.
And like Hitch would be on her phone.
She would be that kind of bitchy like Gairu.
I got plans.
Hitch would be totally a Gairu.
Yeah.
Like
she would be. And then like we saw Marlo just like being. There was also the guy with like white hair. I'm not sure if that was the character. I feel like that was the character.
He's part of that squad. He has like the least lines from like that group.
I remember seeing him, but yeah, it's gonna be. Like, hopefully they spread around more character episodes because like
cause that's all I want to see. I want to see like Frida. I want to see. I think I told you this before, but I think that the OVA characters from Levi's OVA show up.
Yeah, so
the redheaded girl.
Oh my! And then because I remember we look at the episode description and there was one of the like, Reiner Reiner and Ymir are gonna help matchmake Bertolt and Annie,
Yeah.
and like there's like, oh, Gene got a love letter in his locker, but then without an address, can they find who loves Gene? And like, what joke is that going to be? What Titan's gonna send him a love letter? Or no, it's be a love letter from his fucking mom or something.
Probably.
'Cause I'm surprised they have not like used that joke, which is like half of like the jokes on Gene is like.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, it's just like I don't know. I enjoyed this. Like it wasn't like so bad. It wasn't like horrible that like I enjoyed the watch. Like oh my god,
They literally are in it. The Levi side characters are in the show.
why?
They're in episode 11 though.
That's why I wait for Kenny to appear to like at the end season stinger.
Oh my god, if Kenny appeared, that'd be so perfect.
It'd be great. But yeah, I don't really know what to say else about this. Like it's enjoyable watch. I still.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it.
watching
It ain't the Attack on Titan live action movies. I can tell you for sure. Where that's just kicks up the batshit insanity up to 20, where you watch it because it's so fucking stupid. But but yeah, anything else you want to say about it? It's probably not gonna be a long an episode.
No, I do want to. I wish I'd looked into this a little bit.
There wasn't
but
much trivia, anything else about the other episode, just like the references that I looked up.
there is a like I think I've mentioned this before, but there's kind of like a little like alternate universe that Ishiyama's created of like the Attack on Titan characters in like a high school setting.
Yeah, you're telling me these are like act like after chapter like one page.
Yeah, like there would be included like they'd be like an end chapter gag. It would be like the kind of thing where like
A single page. Like,
yeah, announcing when the next chapter will be or whatever. But
like a jujitsu scroll.
kind of jujitsu scroll. But they famously had like redesigns of characters, so they did like a Goth Mikasa who looks great. Goth Mikasa looks awesome. Armin's like a nerd. They actually used those character designs in season 4. There's like a quick scene where they show 'em really quick.
during the
when they touch tips, when
yeah,
Zeke and Aaron touch tips.
yeah, when they add everybody.
Yeah. And they're also, I know I've seen like Annie, she has like a hoodie, I think. But so
weird thing about this show, Annie does not have the hoodie, but Sasha does. It's a weird choice.
yeah, I'm trying to. I watched a video. There's some like shitty, like long ass video.
I can't watch
about,
any Attack on Titan videos until I'm done with the movies. Which
this
sucks.
one in particular, but this one references. So apparently, there's kind of like little subplots in this like high school, like one like shot thing. But there's like a joke where like Aaron has a dream that he like was in a zombie apocalypse.
Not a dream that he was a woman.
No, he didn't have a dream that he was a woman. That was from the anime.
I know.
That was from the show. No, he has a dream that he's like in a zombie apocalypse and he like loves it because it's like the whole idea is like Aaron needs to be in like a situation where he's killing. Like that's kind of like he needs to be in a situation where like life is on the line and he needs to act like rashly. I think that's at least the point that this video is trying to make, but so I should have looked into that. I did not.
Well, maybe we watch more. We also see Bunny Girl Armin.
Bunny Girl
that we saw in the thumbnail.
We did see a Bunny Girl Armin.
Anything else you have?
Wait, there's another thing called Chibi Theater?
Ruby Chibi?
No, this is another one. Oh my god, there's another fucking... This was actually done by Wit, apparently.
Would you rather watch more of this or more Ruby Chibi, Jim?
Probably more of this. Probably more of this, not gonna lie. I do miss Ruby Chibi, though.
I don't.
Ruby Chibi was so fucking funny. It was so not funny, though. It was so bad.
Inflated Nora. That's all I remember from that show.
That's all she did.
All she did was inflate.
That's all she did, Sam.
Oh, God. Hey, man, when we get to our eventual, our Studio Shaft Ruby Jo-ttack series.
It's gonna exist. It's gonna exist.
God forbid our sanity.
Oh my god, I'm just gonna show. Look at how Reiner looks here.
Is that alternate one?
This one is the high school. This is the sequel to the one that we watched. They have
like the Utna flower. Like,
I was thinking that too.
Imagine Attack on Titan, but it's Utna. Close enough.
Yeah.
Everybody's gay for each other, just like Utna. So.
Yeah.
Because like they turned up like Ymir's like horniness to be married to.
It's like
Krista.
It's like her joke.
Yeah. Also has a huge head, which is great. Okay, should I plug it up, or you have anything else you want to talk about?
I want to show you. I just want to show you more Goth Mikasa.
Goth Mikasa is great.
Goth Mikasa. Look at how horny she is.
Armin looks like a hipster more than he does like a nerd.
He does kind of.
She does. She looks like the deaf. She kind of looks like Mikasa mixed with the girl from Death Note.
What's her name? Is her name like Mika or something?
It does begin with an M.
Oh damn! It's been so long
Misa,
since I've seen
Misa?
Misa. It is Misa.
I've only read or watched a little bit of Death Note, so I'm not like too familiar with that.
Also,
oh my god,
it's like every man a character just buff
that was
in like a sauna.
That's definitely with a late like a late chapter cover. That's a great one though. I love they do weird chapter covers of like them of characters doing weird shit with each other.
Wait, hold on, I found it.
Always really good.
And then apparently Annie's a cheerleader in this high school AU gag.
I remember the Attack on Titan game had like a cheerleader Annie outfit for her. I think that's a.
Oh wait, is that Krista?
Is that Krista?
I can't tell.
Let me see.
Her eyes say Annie, but
I think it's Krista. It's
her
definitely Krista.
proportions say Krista.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, it looks like Krista.
Nah,
more
it's
than
Krista.
yeah.
Her eyes are too big.
This
Reiner
is
being
like,
a football
this
player,
is like,
very funny.
This is like peak depression Krista. That picture.
Yeah.
This is great podcast medium for you showing me
And
more
me just
pictures.
showing you pictures.
I wonder what you're gonna pick for a thumbnail for this, Jim.
I don't know. I was trying to think. Connie's ass, maybe.
Connie's ass.
The funny joke they keep doing.
When Gene pulls down Connie's pants that reveal his ass in his face.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably just have a picture of Mikasa because she's so cute. She's so darn cute.
Give me Rico.
No, nobody will click on it. It needs to have a Aaron.
Are you saying Rico is not the most iconic character?
In a few words.
Or is it Levi? Chibi Levi.
Levi's a classic character. Yeah, everyone loves to see him.
I'm excited to see what Chibi Irwin's gonna be and like all his Irwin.
Yeah,
moves.
we didn't even see him yet. We saw like a tease, but
I'm trying to think. What other OVAs were there in that first? Was it
So we had the Ilsa's Notebook, then we had the
cooking.
The cooking, yeah, that's
Cooking, and then the gang saves
Krista from being
child
abducted, child trafficked, yeah.
Yeah, and then we had
They're like Turkish child traffickers.
Yeah, 2-part Levi one. Was there another one after that? Because the Mikasa one wasn't part of that. No,
that was the
part of Lost Girls.
The Lost Girls one, which was for some reason a trilogy, even though it was just a 2-part, an Annie 2-parter, and then a Mikasa one and done.
So not really any characters from that could appear then.
No new characters. Actually, the only thing I would say is the Annie one. We could see the girl, the daughter, the chemist girl who was the drug dealer.
Oh my god,
she's like the one character that I could see maybe showing up.
They're not gonna show anybody because that was like season 3 when that came out, or
yes, it was actually.
So
probably not.
We still don't know how canon season 3 or the chapters for season 3 were at this point. Because from what I hear, if we do see Frida, because I heard rumors that Frida appears in this, that like, imagine that.
That's just really funny. Would it be Frida and like her dad? Because that'd be even funnier.
I don't know. They get everybody. Grisha drags them all to church. And
he kills them all.
It's the most weirdest episode. Of just like
Grisha puts a bomb in the church.
He wants to kill them, but like his wife is there this time, so like he doesn't want to like freak out his wife.
All right, honey, just go into the bathroom for 20 minutes.
Oh, Aaron pooped his pants. Get him out of here.
All right.
But wrap it up and plug it up. We're gonna plug up.
Oh shit. Plug up Connie's butt. Because
his bare ass is that
his bare ass. He keeps showing
twice in 4 episodes.
Yeah, which is too many times.
Too many times. For Connie having more character arcs in this than he did in like fucking 4 seasons of the show.
Yep, basically.
So thank you all for listening to this. I guess this hiatus week.
What's a funny name? Sideshow Sunday.
It's the spin-off Sunday. Junior High Sunday. But
sure.
But yeah.
I love Goth Mikasa, Sam. I'm obsessed with her.
I'm sure you are. It's better. Anything's better than what her Mikasa is.
It's a shame that every version of Mikasa is better than the one we have. Look at her. She's such a fucking queen.
I don't know. I think modern Mikasa may be better than the movie Mikasa, because movie Mikasa is like interesting in the first movie and then just becomes completely not interesting in like the rest.
Yeah.
And she's only interesting because she's like groomed by not Levi in that movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you. You should just make like a Goth Mikasa for the thumbnail.
I was thinking it would be too much.
No, maybe have a separate episode for that manga.
For Goth Mikasa.
Yeah. But thank you all so much for listening. It's kind of a shorter episode, but hey, we got the finale next week after this, so look forward to that.
Can't believe
which
it.
might come out a little late for us, sadly, because might be away for that.
Oh shit, that is next week.
Unless we recorded on the road.
We will not be doing that.
It wouldn't be the first time we did that.
Yeah, but it's a pain in the ass.
It is. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on the video. You can also follow the podcast on Twitter or me at Jim separately. You can also join the Discord as well. Comment on your favorite memory from these 17-minute episodes. And I think that's just about everything. Unless you have anything else to say before we sign off.
No.
You should just have a slideshow of Goth Mikasa pictures just for this, and so you have some kind of visual media.
I could do that. I'm not going to.
Uh-huh.
All right. Thank you so much for listening.
It's a rough week for us because of this hiatus, but
this was a fun little sidetrack, though. I'm glad we did this.
We hyped it up. We got everything else out of the way for the most part for Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
I think all we have left is like that one, whatever the high school manga is, and then maybe just a collection. I wonder if someone has a collection is all the one page. Like,
yeah, I would like that if there is one. There's got to be. Like, it's one of those things. Attack on Titan is such a huge series. There's got to be this stuff compiled somewhere. I just don't know how to find it.
We'll figure it out.
All right, well, we're gonna go now. Thank you for joining us.
We'll see you sometime next week whenever the episode drops for probably the finale of final season part 2.
Can't believe it.
Will we see a to be continued in movie where we have a movie title drop? We have no info.
I really don't think we're going to get any confirmation for a sequel.
Damn.
Because we didn't last time. We didn't know.
It'd just be final season part 3.
It can't. It cannot be. It fucking cannot be. All right, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, but we'll talk about it when we actually see the finale next week. So.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Later.
Bye.
May Goth Mikasa protect you.